Hey, you guys. Sorry to be coming to you. There we go. Wanted to make sure I was live first. So, hey, you guys. So, I'd be coming to you tonight through a video versus having a live team call. I do miss you guys so much. It's been 2 weeks since we've been live together on a team call, and I super miss you guys. Number one, I know some of you are traveling, I know some of you are getting ready to travel. And I am in the midst of an unexpected move, not really totally unplanned. Thought we would have moved weeks ago. And so that's why I'm in an equity room that's half empty. So forgive me for that. But I wanted to come to you tonight just to discuss a few things about summer convention and, whether or not I made that title Summer Blues, or is it the best season of your life? The reason why I said that is because summertime tends to be network marketing's most slow season. And that occurs because people are super, super busy. And so when you're messaging people, that you tend to not get as quick of responses, if any responses at all. And from a network marketing perspective, or as an ambassador, that can feel really draining or as a letdown. And if we allow that feeling to resonate in our soul, we will start to become inactive and we will stop trusting the process if we allow that to just sit there and marinate, because we will think that the lack of communication from our prospects right now, our friends and family and those that we've been relationship building with, a lack of response right now means that what we're doing isn't working. What we're doing is failure. We are not moving our business in the right direction, and we may just not be able to do this business at all. All of those feelings can creep up in the summer season because people are so busy and we have a little bit less response from people because they're out and about doing their thing. But the important part here is do not let that impact your business. Do not let that impact your faith and belief in the trusting the process. Because the reason I said this can be your best season is because if you do trust that process and you follow through with continuing to message, relationship building, and doing your social media, you can have the most explosive fall and winter ever. 8 years in the business, I've seen this time and time again. If you shut down now because you let a few extra no's or ghosting and quiet time from those you're trying to talk to impact what your daily activity is, you will be the one sitting at ground zero in fall and in the springtime, winter going into spring, which is our busiest season. You'll just be playing catch up. So just remember that. Do not allow those quiet moments with your friends and relationship building situations impact what you choose to do on a daily basis. Now, relationship building in the summer, I think, is a prime market. I mean, people are in really good moods. They're excited. They're loving the sun, and you have so much in common with people in the summertime. Everybody is outdoors, sun tanning, boating, camping, eating extra food, being festive, shopping, all the things. There are like so many things going on in the summertime. So being in a position to be able to reach out to people is even more so at this season, in my opinion, because there's just so much to talk about. People are going to concerts, festivals, all the things. So use that to your advantage to connect with people, not only in private messages, but on social media. You want to be front and center. The more you can just come alive and take advantage of the season yourself, show the world what you're doing, how much fun you're having. I mean, let's face it, this is the season that most of us have the most fun. The wintertime rolls around, we're not outdoors as much. A lot of us have children, so we end up having homework to deal with. It's just not as enjoyable. So we may not have as much to show off on our social media. Summertime is the time, right? We're all on our decks doing the things. Make sure that you personally, selfies, right? Selfie style, you are showing up, sharing your life in an enthusiastic way. Allow people to see who you are. In this business, it is all about relationship building. So people need to know who you are so that they can trust And actually it's more than just trust. It's like, hey, I want to know more of her. I already know, keep seeing her. She's like, has this great life. She's cool. She's into gardening, or she's into boating, whatever it is, you're going to resonate with a certain group of people if they see you show up on social media. So make sure you're doing that. Obviously, you want to do the same thing with Plexus. Even if you're getting a lot of ghosting right now, if you put yourself out there in all the ways I just mentioned, and then put yourself out there really boldly with Plexus, guess what happens come our busier seasons? They remember you because they loved watching your newsfeed all summer long. And when you didn't think anything was happening, it was happening. The thing that was happening is you were building an impact on and an influence on somebody's life that was watching you the whole time. And that influence is going to turn into helping somebody to get on our products and change their life, right? That's what it's all about. So I say ramp it up in the summertime. You have so much to take advantage of. Ramp it up. I also want to throw out there reels and stories. Make sure you're using them. If you don't know how to do that, just Google it. That's what I had to do. I played around with it a little bit. I don't have it mastered. Sorry, you guys. I see that like light. I feel is like shining into your face. I don't have it mastered. I don't care. That reels is about being real. Really, that might be where they came up with the word. I don't even know. But it is about being so real. You get a chance to do like the most simplistic thing in your life and just share it on your reels, on your stories. And I think the reason why these are so wonderful, actually, I really like them. I'm not a social media queen. Like, I don't love social media. I love reels actually, because I feel like they are this moment into my life where I can be doing just about anything. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to look perfect. I can show off, I don't know, something stupid that I'm doing, or I can talk about what's on my heart. And in a way where I feel like people are tuning into my personal life on a much more personal level than my newsfeed. And I'm about personability. I love face to face. This is why social media, the new I don't know, era we're in of how much more we're leaning into social media doesn't resonate with me as well, because I actually like being very, very one-on-one with people. Reels is that place where I feel like that's what's happening. You're getting this connection as if they're right there with you. So use your stories, because this is where people are really blowing up their influence on Instagram and Facebook. That's what people are really tuning into. So make sure you're incorporating that. And I want to emphasize, you don't have to be perfect at it. So that's what makes it even better. Don't worry about what am I saying? Who cares? Just get that on there and be you. That's the most important part. Convention. Oh, one more thing before I say anything about convention. Samples. So summertime is a really, really, really good time to tune into those samples or the use of those samples. Because if you can't get somebody's attention, you can always offer them, hey, I know you're super busy. Maybe now's not the best time for you to be diving into an education of Plexus, but how about I get some samples in your hand? Are you open for that? You can carry them with you on the boat. You can carry them with you everywhere you go. And you're always going to be surrounded by people, right? If you're going to a concert and you want to have a cocktail, grab a vodka and throw in the pink drink. I know that might sound crazy to some of you guys, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she just said that on a team call. But let's face it, when we go out, we sometimes have a cocktail, right? Your pink drink or your active, those make perfect cocktail mixers. And it's an opportunity for you to talk to other people about what you're taking, right? It's great. So every situation in the summertime, I feel like, is an opportunity for you to be wearing your Plexus attire, for you to be carrying samples, for you to be mixing up a pink drink, mixing up an active, all of that stuff. Make sure that you have your samples with you at all times. This is really the point I'm trying to make, because there is so much more one-on-one contact. And if you have those handy in your purse, handy in your car, it's about planting that seed at the moment, okay, that you're with people. So got that said, and can you tell, by the way, I am going to be a little bit quick tonight. Obviously, I'm in a tight situation with trying to be moved here. So I'm going to make this a little short and sweet, but convention. First of all, I want to say that many of you probably don't know this yet, but I am going to have to miss convention this year. I didn't think that was going to be the case until after we closed on the house on Friday. We got into the new property, and basically we knew there was a spot in the basement that was going to have to be taken a look at right away. Because it had moisture issues. Well, it turned out there was black mold there, and we really needed to get on top of that. And it was a bigger project than I was expecting. So once we discovered that, I had to make the decision alongside my husband. He was definitely not on board for me leaving at that point. And we had to cut the cord on convention. Sometimes things just don't go the way you think. So you all have a great time. I will miss you guys, and know that I wish I could be there with you. Life can just be so crazy sometimes. So I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss all of you. I'm going to be watching from afar and listening, and I'm excited, so excited for all of you to experience what you will experience down there. I mean, I know what convention is all about. I've been to many of them, and they are the best event on the planet. Seriously, convention is amazing. That's why I'm tearing up. I love convention of all the events. I even get to go to Mexico every year, or Maui, whatever the company chooses to send us, and I still love convention. It's just such a wonderful place for us to get together as a team, and there's amazing information. So if you're listening to this and you are not going to convention in Florida, but you are capable of watching it and you haven't registered yet, go register. Literally, convention, just registering and attending, even if it's virtual, can change the trajectory of your life in so many ways. It is so worth taking the time and taking it seriously and actually watching it. And actually attending. So being there in person, oh, it's amazing. But what I wanted to say is I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Tarl had said to a Jewel call we had this month. And it's, in a nutshell, he said, take lots of notes, right? Of course, we're all going to take lots of notes. So please take lots of notes. Lots and lots and lots of notes. This is such good material to help you be successful. And then take one or two good things away from it. That might sound crazy, because why are you going to take all these notes and then only take one or two good things? Of course, I want you to take as much as you can, but let's face it, when you are inundated with a ton of information, it can become overwhelming if you try to implement it all at the same time. So when you get back here, have a mindset like, I'm going to take one or two, if you're really good, 3 or 4, maybe you can handle a little bit more. I'm going to take 1 or 2 really good things that resonated with me that I can see taking my business to the next level. And I am going to master those 1 or 2 things. If you got 3 or 4, or 5 or 6, you can baby step that if you do not have the time to fit it all in at once, or maybe your brain just doesn't work that way. Mine does not. But that's my advice to you guys. Same thing that Tarl told us, I want to say to you. Take 1 or 2 good things, highlight that. If you feel that nudge in your stomach when you're listening at convention, like, that is an awesome idea. Don't just keep writing and then forget about it. Actually highlight it, star it, whatever you got to do. And then when you get home, that's your game plan. Sometimes people will go to convention and they write tons of notes and they get super empowered by all the people around them. And then they come home and they're like, that was really nice. That was so much fun. And then they go back to all of the things they always did and don't grow, which is the intention of convention. It's the intention of convention is to bring along all the things you were already doing, but then grow into something even greater, right? Pick those things out of convention that are going to allow you to move yourself to the next level so that you can move your business to the next level. So if you don't kind of go into convention with that intention, you may come out of it and just be like, wow, that was really fun and so exciting. And I got all these notes, and you never look at them again, right? And you never implement them. So have that in your mind as an intention for when you get back. Okay, that's it. 15-minute quick video tonight for you guys. I know a lot of you are busy. I'm crazy busy. And just to make that full circle, because that is what I said at the beginning of this, about our lives get busy, I'm going to bring this full circle to that. I know that you guys are super busy in the summer, just like all the people that you're talking to. I definitely, this last month has been killer. Yeah, it's been killer. And but it is always essential to come back to your consistency as much as humanly possible. Fitting things in 15-minute increments like I'm trying to do with this call right now, you can do it. You can do it. Don't let your business fall completely to the wayside because things are being thrown at you, or because the summer season just gets crazy, or because people aren't listening to you when you're messaging them. So why keep going? No, no, no. You want to keep going because everything that you're doing right now is going to be the beauty of your business come September, October, and November. And I don't want to see anybody here having really great strides in their business and then think that they can walk away from doing all the consistent things right now and it won't be a big deal because nobody's listening. Not true. It will be a big deal. You'll want to keep going with your business and staying consistent and really showing off who you are on social media right now. Super important. And then, of course, your plexus will be even more so in the forefront of people's minds because you in general are more so in the forefront of people's minds. So I wish all of you the very, very best on those of you who are attending convention. So safe travels and the very best celebratory time. Enjoy each other. Give each other hugs and kisses for me because I totally am going to miss seeing every one of your faces so, so much. I think I cried a little bit because it's been 2 years now. 2 stinking years. Crazy. So love you guys. You have a wonderful week, a wonderful time at convention. Take those notes and let's meet up back here next week on Tuesday. Take care.